Well, we have a man who has a very similar problem as yourself. Andre is from Memphis, Tennessee, and you admit to doing some things in your past that you will never want to do again. You were a male prostitute.
A male prostitute.
You're a stripper. You're a dancer.
Stripper. Yeah,
and in that time, you hurt many women. You admit that?
Yes, indeed. I've been married 5 times. I'm currently married now. I have a wife with a baby on the way. You know, I've settled down. You know, I've learned my lesson from it. I mean, like I said, I've done it all. I mean, women paid me $200, $300 to be seen at the aunt's house or to go to the mall. Or, I mean, and if you drop the big bucks, I mean, 90 days, same as cash, I would go to bed. I end up giving a little son out of going to bed with a woman that, you know, I really didn't care anything about.
But there is your last wife, not your current wife, you want to make amends in some regard. Her name was Angela. You got another woman pregnant while you were living with that woman as your wife.
Not only did I get another woman pregnant, but Angela broke out into a physical ailment because of me getting a woman pregnant.
Stress.
Yeah, the stress made her whole body actually break out, where she had to go to a doctor. And I mean, you know, I flirted with her sisters, her cousins. Even that girl right there, that's her cousin. I flirted with her. I mean, you know.
I mean, how do you know Andre? Please stand up. How do you know this man?
That's my cousin.
He's your cousin? Okay, we're ready to meet Angela now. I think she'd like to have a few words to you as well. Angela, come on out. Angela, did you know what you were marrying?
Not at the time.
You didn't? Then you found out that he was involved in all sorts of seedy activities. What do you want to say to him today? Do you forgive him for any of this?
Not really. I don't forgive him.
Really?
I mean, why wouldn't they forgive me? I've taken 7 months of my life. The whole time I've been out, I've got a wife that I'm married to. I work with kids, counseling them. I've taken everything that I did in the past, and I've learned from it. I don't do people like I used to. I can't change what I've done, but I've learned from it. That's all you can do. So why don't you clap for that?
He's not gonna change. I thought he would change, but he's not. I don't believe he's changed.
I mean, you know, even though I didn't change for Angela, I admit what I did.
You didn't change for none of the other women too. You had 5 wives.
I did not.
Well, let's meet your new wife and your new baby. She wants to speak on your behalf to Angela. She wants to convince Angela that you are a man worth knowing. Okay, Lisa, come on out. Now, Lisa, you seem a very lovely woman. I met you backstage. A woman who wouldn't want to be involved with a man that he used to be. So what is he now that makes you love him?
Currently?
Yeah.
He's a good man. The thing that I like about Andre, he uses his past to help children. He doesn't want anybody to live the life that he has lived.
Tell Angela, because I believe Andre wants a relationship with Angela, don't you?
I really want to be free. No, Angela is a good woman. I was the wrong man for Angela. The things I did to Angela, I was a dog. I really admit that. I was a dog.
That was right.
But now Angela has admitted too. When Angela met me and each of my 4 ex-wives, I told each one of them, I'm a professional hoe. I explained that to each and every one of them. Angela never complained.
That's nothing to be proud of.
No, I'm not proud of it, but it's the truth. Angela never complained about when I was taking money from women, she was going to the beauty shop, or when she was going shopping, or when I was taking her to the Red Lobster. But your working did not cover all those expenses.
I paid the bills, Andre.
I mean, it is.
I paid the bills. You didn't.
No, you know that's not true.
Well,
you work, but you mess your money off.
Let's talk about the future.
Okay.
Every seedy thing you could ever imagine having been done by a man, you did. Lisa, but now what kind of man? Tell Angela what kind of man he is now.
A loving husband, a great father, just good man. He was all that.
He was that and more.
Well, what do you want to say to Andre? Angela, what's unsaid for you?
I just like to say you hurt me a lot in a bunch of ways. It's hard for me to think. I don't even like to think about it, but now that you got me here to talk about it, I don't see how you could say that you, I mean, you may have changed. I thought you had changed when I married you, but undoubtedly you haven't. I mean, you may have, but from my point of view, I don't think you ever changed. I think you're always a good dog, and I wish her the best with you, because she got some on her hands.
Okay. Gordon, can I say something there? Sure. You know, Angela, I really can understand you feeling that way, and I agree with you feeling that way. You know, there's nothing I can do if you want to open your mind to look at the change. I'm sorry.
I don't have to be a part of your life.
I mean, no, well, you don't have to be a part of my life, but you are a part of my life because we were married at one time.
No, I'm not.
You realize
we didn't have any kids, so I don't have to be a part of your life.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Now, wait a minute. Now, Gordon. Now, there they go again. Now, y'all clapping for that. But now, you tell me this here. You clapping and say we don't have to be a part of each other. My daughter and Angela have a bond, and they call each other. They're in contact. If she's going to be in contact with my child, don't you think we should be at least amenable?
Angela.
So we should be enemies.
Part of the process, if I can help Andre a little, part of the process of coming to terms with who you are is dealing with the damage you did to people. And unless you can face that, you can't really go on with your life. Now, anyone who's been in a recovery program or in a crisis such as Andre's passed through, so all he's trying to do is say, listen, everything you say is true.
I'm sorry.
I just want to be honest about it. And if you can forgive, fine. If you can't, at least he said what he has to say to you. Well, I want to come back. I want you to think about that, and we'll come back a little later in the show. Coming up also, you're going to meet the mother of a famous Hollywood actress who has learned from her own bitter, hard-won experience what it is to have a past that you try and overcome. Hear what she has to reveal next on The Gordon Elliot Show.
And especially it starts with the self. That's what I saw from all of you. Within yourselves, you wanted to get to higher ground. Everyone here wants to get to higher ground. And there is a way to do it. You start with yourself, being sincere with yourself. If you are sincere with yourself, other people will feel it.
I never considered myself to be on low ground. I think that's the problem, is I'm very unapologetic about what I did. I'll never say it was wrong. I'll never say I'm ashamed.
But you want to live in a world where people are judgmental. It's wrong to be judgmental, but people are. Because they want to perceive everyone as being a good person and making healthy choices.
I've never been like any of these people, but I'm the one who gets the brunt of the judgment.
But Brandy, you're going to pay a price for whatever choices you've made in the eyes of the public.
Let me take some questions if I can, Jay, from the audience as well. Yeah.
I think y'all should leave your past, leave it in the past, and I think y'all should trust each other, and that's the reason why I'm in the process of being divorced, because my husband don't trust me, and I hope everything...
What did you do?
I didn't do nothing. I go to school and I work. He judges me like that.
He's a judgmental individual.
Judgmental, yes, he is.
Well, you know, I know it's good advice to leave it in the past, but unless you deal with it, it will haunt you, and that's at least what they're doing is dealing with it.
Just to Andre, you mentioned before that Angela has to be a part of your life. How is that?
Well, no, you know, I don't think y'all understood what I was saying. What I was saying was I have a 13-year-old daughter that I've been raising since she was 3 years old. She lived with Lisa and I, and my daughter and Angela, the time we were married, they created a bond. They're still in contact with each other.
They have to have some communication.
My daughter goes and spend the weekend over Angela's house.
I don't think that has anything to do with him. She doesn't have to be a part of your life. That's just for your daughter.
Wait a minute, Gordon.
If you would like a loved one's forgiveness for something you've done in the past, or you need help forgiving someone in your life, our next guest is here to help you. Stay tuned. You're watching The Gordon Elliot Show.